Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Ijaz Ahmad, and welcome to the EFDawah Umrah Experience discussion. I'm here today with a bunch of the brothers. I'm here with Brother Anis. I'm here with Brother Chris. MashaAllah, he looks so handsome. I'm here with Brother Martin. I'm here with Brother Ayers. And I'm also here with Brother Darren, but he's MIA at the moment. So, brothers and sisters, I have been missing for some time. And the reason for this is because I've managed to move countries. So as of now, I'm working with Dr. Shibir Ali at his Islamic Information and Dawah Center International. And we are trying to expand our masjid, inshallah, here in downtown Toronto. So if you would like to donate to our cause, please go to islaminfo.com/donate and help us out as best as you can. Brother Anas, can you hear me, inshallah?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Please
Yes.
give your salam. The people want to see you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, my dear subscribers, viewers, fellow brothers and sisters.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah, it's a blessing to be here with our brothers and sisters who participated in the Umrah with us this year. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Brother Isa, can you hear us, inshallah?
Yes, I
Please
can hear
give
you.
us salam.
Wa alaikum salam alaikum, brothers and sisters.
Alhamdulillah. So, Brother Chris, how have you been? I saw you on another YouTube channel yesterday. I believe it's Brother Jordan's channel. And I believe you were with Brother Darren, and you two had a very interesting chat. I'm not sure what the chat was about. Would you mind telling us?
No, I don't. We don't want to discuss that here.
Alhamdulillah.
I think we're discussing Ramadan and preparations of Ramadan and stuff like that.
Inshallah. Brother Ayaz, just going to get you here, inshallah. Can you unmute yourself, Brother Ayaz? And Brother Martin.
Brother Ayers?
Yep. Oh, we can't hear you, Brother Ayaz. I'm really sorry. I'm not sure what's going wrong. Brother Martin Clements, can you unmute yourself?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now, brother?
All right, so Brother Martin, please give your salam to the people, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone.
Ooh, so we can't hear Martin, and we can't hear Brother Ayaz for some reason.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Brother Matt has just joined us. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Matt. It's good to see you. Could you unmute your mic, please, inshallah? Yeah, so Brother Ayaz
can you hear me now?
Martin, I would advise you to leave the chat and come back because we can't hear you at all, unfortunately.
Okay.
Brother Matt, can you speak, inshallah, so we can hear you?
Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah. It's good to see you, Brother Matt. I don't think we've ever met, but welcome to the Umrah Experience chat. So, guys, I'm going to start asking the brothers about your Umrah experience. Brother Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, Brother Chris, you have been one of the more public faces with respect to the EFDawah Umrah experience. You've spoken about it with Brother Kenny Boma. You've spoken with about your experience with Brother Jordan on their YouTube channels. You even have your own YouTube channel, Come to Success, as well. And a lot of people seem to enjoy when you speak about your experience. So can you please tell us, what was this experience like for you? How did it affect you emotionally?
It changed a lot of the perspective of the way I thought Islam was.
Mm-hmm.
It changed my life in many different ways. Like I thought I was practicing Islam till I went to Saudi and saw how they practice this the faith.
Mm-hmm.
Alhamdulillah. It changed me. It's changed me in a lot of ways. I'm more active now. I'm praying a lot more. I'm doing a lot more with sunnahs now, and it really has opened my eyes to Islam.
Would you say it has motivated you spiritually to a greater degree?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
There's many things that were missing before I went to Saudi.
So would you suggest other converts or reverts to Islam take up this initiative and travel to Muslim countries or to specifically do the Umrah?
100%. Yes. From my background, I thought Muslim countries were quite barbaric and stuff like that. So I still had that in the back of my mind before I went to Saudi. It was just like I got on a plane, went to Saudi, and whatever it is. That's how I did it. So yeah, so it was different. So when I got there and I seen the tranquility and in the Prophet ﷺ's mosque, it was very emotionally attached. It wasn't just that; it were the people that I was with as well. I think if I went with the wrong set of people, I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much.
And so you went with many of the brothers here. I know you have an excellent relationship with most of them. Is there a particular brother specifically that tagged along with you and gave you that motivation that you needed?
Yes, Dr. Imran.
Dr. Imran, mashallah. I have a special love for Dr. Imran. He's supposed to be joining us today. Inshallah, he does get here. But I have not a single bad word to say about him. And if you remember, the exact same day I met you, I also met Dr. Imran. And we shared a lovely time at the park. Brother Ayaz, can you speak, inshallah?
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me now?
Still can't hear you, I'm afraid. Still can't hear you.
That's strange.
So I'm going to switch to Brother Matt. Brother Matt, can you hear me, inshallah?
Yes, I can hear you, bro. Yep.
So, Brother Matt, can you please tell us about your Umrah experience? What did it feel like to go to Mecca and Medina?
Before I left, I was quite nervous, to be honest. I think the thing about the trip for me, and the most important part of the trip was for me, is when it was the first time I got that really emotional connection. My journey to Islam thus far has been more of an intellectual exercise, where I through rationale and intellect chose Islam as the correct path. But it was when praying in Roda with the brothers is when I had that spiritual connection, and that's still with me now. And even thinking about it makes me brings a smile to my face, brings tears to my eyes. It was just a beautiful experience. I can only recommend for anyone to go.
I'm really happy to hear that. So is this something that you think other Muslim converts or reverts should take part in? Should they make the effort and go to Umrah?
I think they should. But I think it's important to do it with the right group of people, because Medina is so beautiful and peaceful. Anyone can go there all year round and have a great time and get a spiritual connection. Mecca, which is a beautiful city in its own right, is quite full on. And I think if you're a new convert, I think going with a good group of brothers will just take the scariness away from it, because it is scary going to the country.
So you went with the EFDawah brothers, many of whom are here with us right now. And do you think that this was the best group that you could have gone with?
Yes, because there was people from all walks of life. We may all be British, we may be all converts, apart from Martin, who's Welsh. But we've all come from different backgrounds. We've all come from we've all arrived at Islam in different ways and paths. And Vince, obviously Vince being the American, I forgot about Vince, but I see him as honorary British now. No, and it was good. It was a fantastic group of people to go with. I think we all got a bit closer throughout the experience.
Because a lot of people donated to the EFDawah team to make this Umrah experience happen. And in the end,
grateful.
I think what they wanted to see was that a positive experience came out of it. And seeing you brothers and hearing you brothers, this is what motivates them. They see that, okay, alhamdulillah, we donated and it went not just towards something good, but to something beautiful that can inspire others to do the same thing. A lot of people, like Chris, for example, mentioned that in the back of his head, he had these preconceived notions about Saudi Arabia. We don't mean to get political or anything like that. He had preconceived notions about the Muslim world, the Arab world. And you've gone there now. It's safe, alhamdulillah. And there's nothing that any converts or Muslims should be afraid of. Is that correct?
I would agree, 100%. It was a safe, peaceful, beautiful country, beautiful countryside, and beautiful people, and beautiful brothers and sisters
Alhamdulillah.
everywhere.
All right, so Brother Matt, thank you. Let me switch over to Brother Anis. Brother Anis, can you speak, inshallah?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, and you sound lovely. I wish
Alhamdulillah.
you spoke to me like this all the time. Where have you
Alhamdulillah.
been hiding that voice? Tell me. So, Brother Anis, you went with the brothers. It was a lovely experience. Is there a particular incident or memory that brings warmth to your heart when you were with the brothers? Something that stands out in your experience with the brothers?
I think my most memorable experience was the second time we went into the Roda to pray our 2 rakat nafil, because we were all there, and we had the space to ourselves. So the sheikh who let us in, he kind of took us in the wrong way in, and we all just lined up and we prayed our 2 rakat nafil, and that was the best 2 rakat nafil I've ever prayed. And to pray it with these brothers who were with us was the icing on the cake.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
But there was one person missing, is that correct?
Yes, there was. There was.
I believe you're talking to him right now. I'm just saying, alhamdulillah, I should have been there as well. But I was there with you guys spiritually. I was sending you messages, hoping that the trip went well, etc. And one of the things I noticed was the camaraderie that you guys had before and after the trip. Before the trip, mashallah, you guys were close. But when you came back, I saw a deeper level of connection between all of you. The smiles were more radiant. You were more enthusiastic about your Islam. It wasn't just something beautiful. It was something that affected me as well, and I didn't even go. Just the effect of being around your brothers and seeing how your Islam matured while you performed your Umrah was something that I think not just inspired me, but that you recorded it and had it on the YouTube channel inspired many other people. And one of the things I noticed was that the comments that people were leaving behind on these videos. And Brother Anis, you're the man that mans the comment section. You know that the people felt such a lovely connection with you brothers. You motivated people to perform the Hajj and Umrah. They saw that it wasn't as difficult or as problematic as they thought it would have been. You led by example. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, alhamdulillah. I mean, you mentioned the people in the comments, the viewers in the comments. We were overwhelmed with the positive feedback, especially from Muslims who have never been to Umrah yet. The encouragement that we gave them, I think, was quite good. And we were getting a lot of comments from Muslims saying, "Oh, now I want to go." And then there was, I think, one of the last days we went onto the mountain, me and Vince, and Hamza. That was an inspiration for a lot of people to visit the mountain as well. Overall, a lot of positive feedback. And inshallah, if we can do it again, we'd love to do it again.
Inshallah. There's a specific message I want to give our viewers. I'm seeing your comments right now as we're having this interview, as we're talking about the experience. I want you to remember, if you donated or you're just a viewer or maybe you liked the videos, I want you to remember that you get a reward from doing each of those actions. So for example, if you donated and these brothers performed your Umrah, you get a reward for that donation. That they performed your Umrah, whatever good actions they did while on that experience, you also get a reward for that. And that other people saw those videos and were inspired by it, maybe to perform an extra salah or extra zikr or to read the Quran, you also get a reward for that. So it's rewards on top of rewards on top of rewards for each and every person that took part in this Umrah experience. And the comments that you leave behind, other Muslims are reading as well. The likes on the videos, other Muslims are seeing this and they're being emotionally affected. They're spiritually getting involved. So you in the comment section, you as the viewer, you absolutely matter. And that's what is important. I know, for example, that Brother Matt and Brother Vince, Brother Ayers, Brother Darren, Brother Chris, Brother Anis, they all read the comments one by one every day. They take the time out to look and see what you brothers and sisters are saying because they have a genuine love for you. And this is something that they can't always convey each and every day. Brother Darren, can you hear me, inshallah?
I can hear you, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, mashallah, and you look like you're in a closet. Is that correct?
Well, I feel like I'm in a closet, to be honest with you. I'm trying to find decent Wi-Fi.
Darren, I got to be honest. I didn't want to say this on air, but can you come out of the closet?
Thank you for that, Ijaz.
No problem, brother. It's one love. You know, it's love here, you know. Very recently, brother Darren's team, he supports Manchester United. They played my team and they didn't play that well, subhanAllah. And brother Darren sent me a lovely message. He said, Brother Ijaz, I made dua for success when he went to Umrah. And alhamdulillah, not only am I successful, but so is my team. So brother Darren, thank you very much for those duas.
You're funny guy.
I know, that's why you love me. Brother Darren, we've been speaking about having this live stream for a very long time now. And you're wearing your trademark white hat. A white hat normally signals that you've surrendered something. So on this Umrah trip, what did you surrender to Allah? Did you surrender some of your nafs? What changed for you spiritually through this experience?
Well, you know, I've been a Muslim, mashallah, 17 years. What for me was most important part of the Umrah was to walk in the footsteps of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba. It was to be where they walked. It was to go where they went. It was to be on Uhud and all of these things. And that was the main thing for me, as well as Allah, to see the Ummah in action. You know, that for me was amazing.
Well, brother Darren, a lot of Muslims, we read about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we read about his companions, but there's a level of disconnect because they're not physically and literally seeing where he lived, walking where he walked. So it's something that they have to imagine in their minds. So
Exactly.
when they actually get the experience, how does that feel? Was it emotional for you? Did it increase the level of iman that you had on that trip?
Yeah, it made it all real. It made it, you know, when you watch the message and you hear hadith and all of these things, but to actually be there, imagining, you know, like for me, it was very important to stand on Uhud and stand where the archers stood. It was very important for me to climb Jabal Nur. And mashallah, we managed to pray in the Rauda, you know, in the Masjid Nabawi, in the place where the Sahaba would have stood. And so it was just brought it all home, the reality of everything. Whereas before going to actual visits there, it's just stories we're hearing. But when you actually think, wow, and you imagine this happened, and I'm a Muslim today because of this, is subhanAllah, it's another level.
Subhanallah. So would you recommend that Muslims, new or old, visit Makkah and Medina for the Umrah and Hajj?
Most definitely so. I would recommend doing Umrah before the Hajj, to be honest, to get the lay of the land. The way we did it, mashallah, we went to Medina first. So we could relax and, you know, there's no pressure. And then we finished it. And I think that's a very good way of doing it, personally.
And is there a specific incident, other than the ones you've already mentioned, that brings back a fun memory for you? And I'm asking this with the inside knowledge, knowing I've read some interesting stories on the WhatsApp group that we're all a part of. So is there something that, you know, makes you all fuzzy inside, a specific incident maybe?
Well, to be honest with you, there was one place, one situation where I was literally rolling on the floor. I mean, literally rolling on the floor. And basically,
Jordan joined us at the right time.
Yeah, subhanAllah. Okay, so basically what it was, in Makkah, we stayed in the Makkah Towers. And there's 6 towers.
Oh, no.
And there's,
We
the breakfast area is in Tower 6, and our rooms were in Tower 2. So we had to get the lift to the basement, to the ground floor, and we had to like cross a mezzanine to Tower 6 for the breakfast. So me, Anas, and Jordan went for breakfast, and then Matt joined us a bit later on. So anyway, we finished eating our breakfast, and it was time to go back to our rooms. So Matt left before us to go back, and me, Jordan, and Anas must have left about 15 minutes later. So anyway, we get to the lifts, and Jordan's room was on the 15th floor, and our room was on the 13th floor. So we get in this lift, and it went straight to the 15th and avoided the 13th floor. So Jordan was acting all cocky, and he's like, hey, like he got to his first. But then he walks out of the lift, and he's like this. So what are you confused about? So we went back down to our 13, and then we came out, and we were like, where are we? And we're looking around this floor, and we're like, oh my God, we're in Tower 6. So he said, we're in Tower 2, we're in Tower 6. And then we went, oh my God, Jordan! He's on his own. So anyway, we got back to our room. We had a WhatsApp group, so we could keep in touch with each other. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're watching the WhatsApp group, and Jordan's like, open the door. He goes, no, open the door.
I spent about 2 hours knocking on every door.
So I phoned up their room, and Ayaz answered.
I think I opened the door. Yeah.
No. Ayaz picked up the phone, and I said, Ayaz, is Jordan back yet? And he goes, is he outside the door? So he goes to the door, and Jordan's not there. So then he comes back, and he looks in the room, and he's not there, and he goes, Matt's not there either. Wandering the hall. That was 6.
It confused the hell out of me. I think I knocked on every door. I apologize. I think everybody was Indonesian.
It was the Malaysians everywhere, wasn't it, man?
Yeah.
No, but for me, that was one of the funniest moments.
Subhanallah.
I wasn't laughing at the time, but looking back, it was funny.
Alhamdulillah. Brother Jordan, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jas, and good to see everyone on this. Good to see Vincent and people like that. It's very good to see you all, brothers.
So I'm going to mute a couple of you just so we get this thing under control, inshallah. Brother Darren, I love you, but I got to mute you. No hard feelings. Brother Anis, I love you, but I got to mute you. And Brother Ayaz, can you hear me, Brother Ayaz?
I can hear you, Brother Jas, but can you hear me?
I can hear you now, alhamdulillah.
Oh, brilliant.
It's finally good to hear your voice, brother. We've been waiting to ask you questions, to interrogate you, basically. So, Brother Ayaz, I have a question for you. You went to Umrah with these brothers. You're part of the WhatsApp group. I've seen some of the messages there. Coming back from the lovely experience.
Sorry, you're cutting out, Ijaz.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Testing,
yes.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Brother Ayaz, can you give a warm salam to all the brothers and sisters that are watching us?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. It's a nice gathering we have here, and it's an honor to be with all the brothers here and the audience that are watching.
Alhamdulillah. So, Brother Ayaz, I hear that you really enjoyed your Umrah experience. Brother Darren mentioned a specific incident that he loved and he laughs at. Is there something that stood out to you other than the experiences already mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, from a spiritual point of view, this is I've been Hajj the first time I ever went to Makkah, Medina. That was my first experience, a Hajj experience, which was beautiful. Came back in 2003. It's been quite a long time ago. And I've been Umrah another 2 occasions thereafter. And this would be my 3rd Umrah with the Riva group. Mm-hmm. It's just beautiful just to walk on the lands where, all the prophets and the messengers have stepped foot. And, just treading on their footsteps. And this is the the Hajj and Umrah, as we know that Ibrahim alayhi salam initiated the ritual from the command of Allah, and to follow his footsteps and to glorify Allah. There's nothing better than going for this, or being at this trip that we went to. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Well, just so our viewers can know, in the Islamic tradition, we believe that Adam alayhi salam first constructed the Kaaba. Then you also had, at the time of Ibrahim alayhi salam, along with his son Ismail alayhi salam, and then you had the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So it's not just one prophet that has been to Makkah, it's been many of them, and some of the more well-known ones. So, Brother Ayaz, would you say that spiritually you were enriched by going with this specific Umrah group with the brothers from EFDawah?
Without a doubt. It was a reminder for me, because it's been a few years since I went Umrah. It was a reminder for me that, like I'm sure with all the other brothers that came, that we have a purpose in life. There is there is more to life than what we do normally, and there's nothing better than put into practice what Allah has commanded us to do, and that's to glorify Allah ultimately and recognize that there is nothing worthy of worship except for Him, and to fulfill the commands. And spiritually, yes, it's without a doubt, in the
So, Brother Ayaz, you've had this beautiful experience with these brothers, but have you, in your previous experiences, did you go with such a large group of specifically converts or reverts to Islam? Or
No.
this was the first time?
Yes, this was the first time. So this was my first experience with new brothers, new to the deen.
So
and it was nice engaging with them and teaching them, answering their questions. They had many questions, and because we had a nice group, we could fulfill that in a good way, alhamdulillah. And we had a good time as well, laugh at the same time. So it was a mixture of both spiritual and, having a nice group as well at the same time.
Well, I have a specific question for you, which is, since you have had these experiences before, but never with such a large group of converts or reverts, was it special to you to see the changes slowly in them, in the reverts specifically, as they were beginning to recognize the importance of Makkah and Medina, where they were, as they were experiencing these things for the first time?
Yes, I was specifically more with Vince and Isa, and Vince was, mashallah, is quite new to the deen, and he's already grasped and learned the Arabic language, not completely, but he was in the process of learning it, and already he was conversing with some Arabic words, which was quite nice, alhamdulillah, which is, just go to show his zeal in learning the deen, even though he's quite new to the deen. Vince is very focused. He's quite young as well, mashallah, and he seems to be enjoying learning more about the deen. Isa, mashallah, is I found with Isa was when we went to Makkah. He's got this very generous sort of personality. So Isa bought a bunch of miswaks from the market, and he was just giving them out to the locals. And what a beautiful gesture from Isa, trying to earn his rewards in a beautiful place like that. So I found that quite moving, actually, when Isa did that. Yeah.
Well, Brother Isa, subhanAllah, I have known him for some time now. You are absolutely correct. He has a beautiful personality, a generous personality. Unfortunately, he supports Liverpool Football Club, which, as you know, is a problem for many of us here.
Whoa.
I do as well, to a certain degree.
I was starting to like you then, Jazz.
Oh my goodness. So I've just got a message on my phone from Brother Anis. He's telling me if you continue to speak about Liverpool Football Club, I'm going to disinvite you, brother Anis. What are you talking about? He's hurting my heart here, brother Anis. I just made that up. I'm completely lying here. But brother Anis, subhanallah, guys, we still have many people to talk about. So I'm going to be muting you, brother Ayaz, but we will come back to you, inshallah. I promise you that.
Barakallahu feek.
Brother Matt, can you hear me, inshallah?
Yes, Cam. Yes.
Okay, sorry, Martin, I got confused.
Oh, apologies.
That's all good. Brother Martin, can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I can.
Wa
Can you hear me?
alaikum assalam. Yep, alhamdulillah. So I haven't had the chance to interview you, or as Darren would say, interrogate you as yet. So I want to interview you, inshallah. So, brother Martin, you had fun with these brothers. You're a revert to Islam. You're Welsh. So you have all these things to consider. What would you say, or how can you describe your experience in going to Umrah with the EFDawah team?
To put it into one sentence is impossible. It was just a fantastic experience. It was a bunch of fantastic brothers. How many memories, how many laughs. I know when, like you said, we were reading the comments and there was a couple of people telling us why you're having so much fun, but I couldn't imagine a better Umrah than the amount of laughs we had. You could see the pride in our faces and the happiness. It was just amazing. Such a good bunch of brothers. We can never thank the subscribers and the people who've donated enough for giving us this chance to go. It was something I'll always have. So, and thanks to the EFDawah crew, we've got our own video as well, which is amazing.
Alhamdulillah. So is it a bit of a surreal experience to see your Umrah experience online? Because yeah, you lived it firsthand, but now you can sit back at home, open up YouTube, and relive the experience anytime that you want. Is that weird? How does that affect you? Does it bring good memories back? Does it inspire you? What does it do for you to be able to do that? Because not everyone has a documentary about their Umrah experience, right?
Exactly, yeah. But I'm going to sound quite vain now, but I do watch the videos back every so often. Not because I like to see myself on screen or anything. It's the other brothers I like to see. They're a beautiful bunch. Even Issa.
Sliding.
No, it's just the beautiful experiences. Like, I've got so many photos on my phone, so many memories in my head. But just watching those videos brings me to tears sometimes. Well, most of the times, to be honest. And I know all the brothers in this chat that you can see below, they know how much of a emotional person I am and how easy I cry. And yeah, they'll believe that it just brings me to tears. The memories, the beautiful brothers, and like I keep saying, I can't express enough my thanks enough to everybody who donated towards this amazing trip, which I'll never forget.
Subhanallah. And that seems to be our recurring theme here, where each brother I've spoken to is not just deeply grateful to Allah for inspiring people to donate, but you're also thankful to the individual Muslim brothers and sisters that wanted you brothers to have this beautiful experience. And that's something we need to drive home, that you, the viewers, matter, that these brothers here, they are thankful for every single comment, like, donation, share, whatever the case is. They're impacted by your actions. It's having a real effect on these brothers. And brother Martin, you're absolutely right. I've heard that you cry quite a lot, but it's a beautiful crying, right? I'm not trying to make fun of you. I honestly love you, because I've seen your comments in the WhatsApp group. And just so the people are aware, the viewers are aware, this WhatsApp group is active every day. You guys haven't stopped communicating with each other. In fact, normally on WhatsApp groups, you have people that fight or don't get along. You guys just seem to be getting closer and closer and closer together. And the glue that brings you all together seems to have been Islam and this Umrah experience. Would you agree with that, brother Martin?
Alhamdulillah, yeah, 100%. It's the banter flies, obviously, but it's obviously there's religious aspects to it as well. It's not just abuse, but yeah, we've grown as a I don't want to say a brotherhood, a family. Like, I look up to some of these, well, all of these brothers, if I'm honest, not some of them. like you mentioned earlier, Brother Vince from America. I've been a Muslim now. It'll be 3 years next month, and Vince, he just inspired me. Like he'd been a Muslim 6 months maybe, and yeah, it gave me a kick up the backside to think, hang on a minute, I need to learn Arabic as well. And then like you just mentioned, Isa with his miswak. We all got amazing memories of the generosity and the smile that he was bringing to people's faces, and we all did take the mick out of how Isa used to use his miswak. But and then there's the dog in the Kaaba incident, which we won't go into in here. It's a humorous memory that we've all got.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I say, I feel like these are my, and I know we're all brothers in Islam, but these brothers, I think, I genuinely would do anything for. It's brought us so much closer.
Yeah, Martin was one of the first. He's always the first to reach out to help everyone while we were there, and that's what stood out most. One of the things that stood out most for me is Martin was always the first to help everyone. So alhamdulillah, beautiful brother,
mashallah. Brother Martin, I have to be honest, I have not heard a single bad word about you, but that's maybe
you
because
wouldn't believe how much money I had to pay them when we were in Saudi for this.
I've got a few of Jazz.
So I'll send you my PayPal account. You can send some of that here, inshallah, right?
Inshallah.
So I see Brother Jordan is here. Brother Jordan, assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Alaikum salam. I can hear you loud and clear, Jess.
Yeah, and I can read your comments on the live chat as well. You're asking where the good doctor is. The doctor, he is saving lives right now, Dr. Imran. Inshallah, after he saves a bunch of lives, he can join us. So, Brother Jordan, you have a YouTube channel where we will be having the after show to this show, where the people can interact at a greater level. They can interrogate you as well. But I'm here specifically to ask you about your Umrah experience. And I know in the lead up to the Umrah experience, some brothers, they weren't certain on whether or not they would be going. They weren't sure about their schedules, whether they would get time off of their work or their job, whether they would be able to afford certain things. So you've seen that these brothers had to undergo a great deal of stress and planning to make it happen, to make this Umrah experience come to fruition. And having seen this and having been on this experience, what can you tell the people about what you experienced on this Umrah visit?
Yeah, so I was one of those people who was kind of, I'm in an RM whether to go. And I don't really know why. I think I was trying to come up with every excuse possible. Hamza will tell you. But, you know, he debated me on every point and I was left with nothing at the end. But, I think for me, I was aware I was a very new Muslim. And the thought of going to Umrah did scare me, and I almost felt like I didn't deserve it. And also, and this explains my Umrah experience really, because when I converted to Islam, there's many worries in my life, whether it's social life, whether it's family, and it was actually in Umrah in Rhoda itself where I actually felt when I actually prayed in Rhoda, I actually felt like someone had taken all the weight off my shoulder. And that experience I'll never forget in my life. I almost felt like someone had put their arms around me and said, "Don't worry, it's gonna be okay." And all the problems that I had leading up to Umrah were kind of just banished in that moment. And you know, I know Martin cries a lot. I don't normally cry, but I did cry in Rhoda. But for me, I think I'd say that was for me. So I came back. I mean, I was Muslim 9 months, so I remember someone telling me, "You're now born." It was almost like I was suddenly born into them. You know, even though I'd taken my shahada, I was kind of still very much in the closet kind of Muslim and trying to avoid things. Now I'm a lot more just getting on with it.
No, so you're saying felt like you were in a closet, much like Darren is right now.
Has he been kidnapped?
I think so. I mean, at this point, I'm
Should we
not
pay
sure.
them the money? Let Darren go. Give him the money.
Darren, please blink if you're in trouble. Just blink. Okay, so Brother Jordan, you were saying that you felt like a new Muslim. You had doubts before going to the Umrah experience in terms of whether you should go or not. So just imagine that there are 170 people watching right now. Thousands will see this video afterwards. The question is, if someone has doubts about going to Umrah right now, what would you say to them?
If you get a chance to go to Umrah, essentially Allah is inviting you there, so you can't really turn it down. And I think that was what what ended up making me go. I thought, this is an invitation. I know Darren and the EFDawah guys went through a great deal of trouble, and I know that our sponsors, obviously, I'm thankful to everybody, but ultimately I believe you only get to go if Allah invites you. To turn that invitation, I guess would be madness.
And so you went, you had a very good experience. One sec, let me just mute Darren here. Getting some feedback from Darren. There we go. It's fixed. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, his mic was bad on my show as well.
See, the thing with Darren is, unless it has Manchester United printed on it, he's not going to take notice. So we do forgive him. We do forgive him because, let's be honest, the brother literally went into a closet just for this live stream. So, Brother Darren, we love and we appreciate you, but I'm sorry I have to mute you, man. I mean, I generally like feedback from you, but not in this sense, not in the technical sense, right? So, Brother Jordan, mashallah, your beard is better than my beard. I see that you put on some muscles, alhamdulillah. How are you preparing for Ramadan, and how has your Umrah experience factored into your plans for this Ramadan?
Well, yeah, all that food I've been eating, that's going to have to go, isn't it? But yeah, Ramadan, Darren said a good point the other day. I asked him, what has he prepared for it? How do you really prepare for Ramadan? I've prepared for things that I want to do better than last year. The food and water is going to be a struggle, but that's part of Ramadan, isn't it? And I'm going to try not to miss sahur. But there are things. I mean, one thing I will say is that last Ramadan I was a new Muslim, so I felt like everyone was telling me, you're a baby, you got a clean slate, you're so I almost went in not feeling I have to repent or have to make dua for anything. I was kind of already there. A year's gone by, and I have done things that I need to repent for, and no one's perfect, and my Ramadan will be trying to help me clean up again, and keep moving forward in my Islam.
Indeed. So, Brother Jordan, a lot of people are watching right now, 180 plus, and there are a lot of questions in the live chat, I have to be honest. So people are asking, when will you guys be at Speaker's Corner again? When were you last at Speaker's Corner, and when will you be again at Speaker's
9th
Corner?
of June, I think, 9th of June.
9th, I think, yeah.
So after Ramadan, basically, brothers and sisters, because that's the number one question right now. But we're trying to focus on the Umrah experience that the brothers had, because as each and every one of them has said, it was a spiritually fulfilling experience. So, Brother Jordan, thank you for your comments, and you're doing a fantastic job moderating the live chat. I see you're commenting and you're interacting with the brothers.
Can I say one more thing really quickly?
Sure, yeah.
I think for me, it's the brothers, all the brothers on this panel, and I don't know if you're missing Imran but I mean, that was what was amazing about it. We just all fit together. It was some destiny about it. We all got on. We all supported each other when it was needed. We all had our different roles, and I don't think I will ever have an experience like that again. So, we've come out as actual, real brothers.
Brother Jordan, even though I didn't accompany you guys, I learned at least one thing. Never travel in an elevator with you folk. I mean, it can only end badly, apparently. So, Brother Vince, can you hear me, inshallah?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, mashallah. And Brother Vince, you're in the US, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I can tell by your accent, right?
I don't sound like all you guys.
Yeah, well, I'm not in the UK either. I'm in Canada. I'm above you, right? So we're like neighbors technically. So, Brother Vince, you went on this Umrah experience as well. You've been lively on the WhatsApp. What could you tell us about your Umrah experience with the EFDawah team?
It was really surreal because I haven't really been out of the US really. So going over there was just like a surreal experience and the best experience I've had in my life, probably.
Subhanallah. And you say it's the best experience you've had. You haven't traveled much. Is it this particular group of brothers you think that made the experience special for you?
Yeah, because I started off watching the EFDawah videos, and then it kind of helped me become Muslim. So like being there was like a great experience to be around all the people that I've kind of watched and like seen a lot about. To be there with them was like really helpful for me.
And was this your first time meeting Brother Darren specifically?
Yeah.
You've never met him before.
But I felt like I already knew him because I've seen so many videos.
SubhanAllah. And I have to be honest, I had the same exact experience where I felt like I knew Darren the moment I met him. In fact, when I first landed in London, he was the first person I met. And he gave me wrong directions at Victoria Station, you know. He's a beautiful brother, but I need to make it clear. Elevators and directions, the brother, he's good at Dawa, he's not good at anything else, sort of thing, right? So now, Brother Vince, you're in the US, so you don't live day to day with these brothers in London. I don't live with them either. That could be a really good thing or a really bad thing, I'm not sure as yet. But you had to live with these brothers for the first time. These are complete strangers to you, technically speaking. And how did your experience as a Muslim change while you were meeting these people for the first time, while you're living with them, showering with them, eating with them, sleeping with them? You know, how did this change who you are? How did it affect you?
It was like a really great experience to be around them because they kind of like inspired me to be better because I'm kind of relatively new to being a Muslim. It's been almost like a year now, but at the time it was really inspirational to see like them, and they really helped me out because where I'm at, I'm really not around too many Muslims. So being around them and seeing like them, it helped me a lot to get to where I am right now.
And would you recommend people continue to watch the EFDawah videos? Did these people that are here with us, did they come across as authentic to you? Are they wanting in private and another on camera, or are they real throughout the experience?
No, that's why I felt like I already knew everyone basically because I've seen most of them in videos, so it just felt like natural to be around them. And I would definitely suggest everyone if they have a chance to go because I didn't want to leave when I was there. To be honest.
Alhamdulillah. But these group of brothers, why would you want to leave? You know, they're a very special bunch, you know. So, Brother Ben, you're in the US, you're not around many Muslims, but a lot of the Muslims that went on this Umrah trip were new Muslims. Did they have any difficulty? Did you have any difficulty getting used to the knowledge of Islam or Islamic requirements like Salah or having to perform specific rituals? Were these things a burden to you? Or did they become easier over time and feel like natural to you?
They definitely became easier, and it felt more natural being in that environment to like focus on your prayers and focus on Islam because you in life you have a lot of distractions and other things that are going on, but once you're there, you're kind of just focused on being the best Muslim and learning more and more and just focusing on what you need to instead of letting distractions get to you, you know.
So this idea that Muslims are horrible people, you know, it's prevalent in a lot of places.
The FBI already came to my house to interview me about it.
Well,
I'm not joking.
I think they want to interview you because of how, alhamdulillah, how awesome you are and how good and beautiful the brothers at EFDawah are, you know? So, brother, what would you say to someone who's at home right now and thinking to themselves, okay, you know what? I watch EFDawah, but maybe Islam isn't for me. You know, it's too foreign. You know, they imitate Arabs too much. What would you say to that person who's looking at this video right now?
Well, I would say you just got to put your pride aside and just try your best to make the right intellectual decision on life. Because I wasn't looking to become Muslim. I just came across some videos and I had to really think about what I was doing in my life and what was the best for me. And the only answer to me was Islam.
SubhanAllah. So, brother friends, thank you for your time. I hope you stay because I'm going to revisit you again. Brothers and sisters, if you've just joined us, this is the EFDawah Umrah Experience Show where we're speaking with each brother individually. We're hearing from them about your Umrah experience, what it is like to become a Muslim, what it is like to follow in the footsteps of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And we've just been joined by a very special person. And it's a person I love dearly, myself, obviously, but there's also a lovely person here. His name is Dr. Imran. Dr. Imran, can you hear us, inshallah? You seem to be muted. There you go. Dr. Imran.
Can you hear me?
Yes, alhamdulillah, we can hear you. And it's good to hear and see you again. It's been such a long time. Dr. Imran, the brothers here have spoken about you repeatedly. I promise you it's only good things. Don't worry, we've paid them off. They know what the line is. So, Dr. Imran, you're a mature Muslim. You've been with this group of brothers, given them emotional, spiritual support. You've been there to help guide them along the way. What can you say about this group of reverts or converts to Islam?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I mean, alhamdulillah, it's really, the brothers are talking about being inspired by the brothers who they'd seen on videos, etc. But wallahi, for me, it was the other way around. To see the brothers who have, with lots of personal circumstances that were difficult, decide that because they knew Islam was true, to embrace the religion and to go forward in it. This was inspiring, mashallah. I'm sure you're going to be talking to the brothers and getting their individual stories. But any individual of the brothers, Vince and Matt and Martin, Isa, mashallah, all the brothers, very, very inspiring on an individual basis. And I think even, especially by the Dukung story as well, if you hear about the difficulties they went through to accept the deen, truly humbling experience and a very nice set of brothers. I couldn't have dreamt on going to Umrah with a nice group of brothers, mashallah.
SubhanAllah, and Brother Martins is trying not to cry. I'm looking at him and you can see the tears beginning to form. Dr. Imran, a lot of the brothers did have a difficult experience in trying to make the decision. Should they go? Can they not go to Umrah? How will this change their lives as a Muslim? And a lot of them struggled with this question. But you were with them side by side. Did you see them step by step having this transformation, coming to the realization, yes, I made the right choice. Yes, this is where I needed to be. Yes, my Islam is very important to me. Did you begin to see this with them?
Absolutely. I mean, you describe it well. Initially, there is a sense of apprehension. You're entering now a country where you've only heard maybe negative things about. And then when you land and you start to interact with the people and you're met with kindness and generosity and the ability to practice the deen in a full sense that you maybe can't practice where you currently are. I literally saw that the nur shining from the brothers' faces after their first few experiences in Medina, going to the masjid and praying. It was absolutely amazing. And that really just increased the more and more as time went on, the more and more that we spent time, mashallah, in the Haramain. It was absolutely amazing.
And was there any specific memory? Now, the brothers, I asked them this question one by one. They each had a different incident or a situation that brings back fond memories for them. Is there one particular memory that stands out to you with your experience?
I think I don't know what the brothers have said to you. I wasn't unfortunately here for that. But what I would say, actually, there's two different types of experiences. There's the spiritual side, and then there's the actual, the more material side. So for the spiritual side, no doubt it was praying at the Rawdah. I think that really, we all the brothers, mashallah, we managed to do that. And there was not a single brother, Hamza, mashallah, the lion, to even someone who's very soft and gentle, we were all in tears. And one of the brothers said to me that he when he went to sujood in the Rawdah, he said he'd never felt his head feel so heavy. And the things that were in his mind that he was about for years, they were coming out because it was almost like, this is the time you can say these things.
Okay, I'm not sure what Brother Darren is doing, if you can look at the screen. Brother Darren, I'm going to unmute you because I need you to explain what's going on here. Where's Brother Darren? Brother Darren, I can't unmute you. I can't find you. Can you please unmute yourself? I need you to explain what you're showing us on screen here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm holding some oranges.
Oranges?
Yeah, there's a very funny story and a lesson as well in life from something we encountered. I don't know if you need to share it now or share it later. I thought Imran may have come to it, but you want to share it?
Please share it, because we want to hear this orange story.
Somebody got nicknamed Abu Portugal after this particular event.
Jordan's covered him.
Oh, where's Jordan gone?
He's around, he's right there.
There he is. Oh, okay, very quickly. Well, So we had an experience which covered every single emotion. It really, really did. Especially when I was supposed to be kind of leading the group, and they're looking at me as if what's going on. And we had all these reverts around us, some we've never met before. One flying over from America, never seen us in his life, spoke to us on YouTube and Facebook. Next thing you know, I'm meeting him at Heathrow Airport. Oh, Gatwick Airport, sorry. So basically...
I do need to ask, did you give him correct directions? Because the first time we met, I'm just going to say it, you got me lost.
Listen, mate. Listen, mate. You're the only guy I know when you tell someone to meet them in the station who leaves the station. You're the only guy I know.
Hold on. I need to provide some context here. Darren is asking me, Ijaz, where are you? I'm sending him a picture, and he says to me, I don't know where that is. You're the guy from London, and you don't know what the station looks like. Brother Darren, you need to accept responsibility.
Just on this occasion. So anyway, so go back to the story. Yeah. So basically, I'm with this new bunch of guys. Nobody knows anyone. I think it was our first or second day in Medina, if I'm not wrong. Was this the first day or second day?
Second.
So we had a beautiful sister, mashallah, in Kuwait, El Filahi, and she was pulling the strings for us with her contacts in Makkah and Medina. So we had this driver pick us up from the airport and take us to our hotel when we arrived in Medina. So then they said they're going to take us on some kind of tour. We was going to go to Uhud. So we get in this little kind of minibus, and we go to the Mount Uhud where the battle took place. But everything was very, very rushed. And we started to get annoyed with the people who was taking us around, thinking, we're wasting our time here. We want to do things, and it's time to pray. We're not going to pray where we are right now. We're going to drive for half an hour to somewhere else, and the salah's going to be finished. All of these things. So we're getting really annoyed with the people who were driving us around. Anyway, so they said, okay, we're going to go to some guy's house, and we're going to have nice barbecue and have some food and stuff. So we're like, okay. Anyway, we all get in this minibus, and Maghrib's gone now, so now it's getting dark. And we're in this minibus, and we're driving out of the city into the desert. So everyone's looking at each other thinking, what's going on here? So we're trying to ask the driver, where you're going? And we had a guy with us, a very nice brother, mashallah, who's supposed to be our interpreter. And he just kept saying to us, don't worry. And I'm like, well, you forget, don't worry, where are we going? I just want to know where we're going. And I got a little bit of a control freak nature, if you haven't noticed. So anyway, he said, oh, don't worry. So we're driving in this desert now for like 15, 20 minutes out of the city. And we're thinking, what? Then we turn off this desert into this side road. And now we're going up and down this track. And we're thinking, where are we going now? And we came to a compound, right? And this gate's with spikes on. And we're thinking, what the flip in that? So I'm looking now, and a lot of the reverts are looking at me thinking, well, where are we? And I'm thinking, I don't know. So we get to this place, and the brothers are serious-looking brothers. Big beards, big guys. And we're thinking, what the fuck is that? So we get there, and they go, don't worry, brothers, we're just going to go pray. So there's a little kind of musalla at the back of this massive, giant kind of garden, more like a field. So we got to the end of it, we prayed our salah, and then we're waiting for the food. And it must have been over an hour we're waiting, and there's no food coming. And we're thinking, what's going on here? So then we said, oh, you know what, we're going to leave. And they were like, no, you can't leave. And we're thinking, and this is where a clash of civilizations came in now, right? Because you got Arabs who are like, you insult us if you don't leave. If you don't eat before leaving. And you had English who were like, who are you telling us what we have to do, right? And we have no translation going on here. So we just made the decision, we're going to leave. So we got back to the van, but our driver wouldn't come. So we're all sat in the van now thinking, I'm pretty sure Vince was hiding his American accent. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so we were all in this van, and he wouldn't let us leave. And I've got Brother Ibrahim with me. He was saying to me, they're not going to let us go. I said, what do you mean not going to let us go? We're going to go. So we're all sat in this van, and the driver wouldn't come. So we're getting worried now, thinking, what's going on? And then this guy came and said, oh, come, just eat something and then you can go. And we're thinking, listen, we just want to go now. We've made our minds up. We want to leave. And then this big sheikh, oh, he's just slaughtered a sheep at Asr time for you, and he's coming to. I'm thinking, why did he want us to do the gates again? So we get really, really paranoid now at this point. So anyway, we decided, okay, we'll eat, all right? So we sit down now. We're really paranoid what's going on here because we've completely lost in translation now. Clash of civilizations going on here. So Jordan now refuses to eat. He said, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat. I'll sit down, I'm not going to eat. So he sat down, and the brothers next to him are saying, brother, eat. And he's like, no, I'll have this orange. so he picks up this orange, and he starts eating this orange. But I've never seen somebody eat an orange so furiously. So he's peeling this orange, and he stuffs it down himself. Another orange comes. so we're thinking, are they trolling here? Or is this just Arab hospitality? And then when we left, he got a bag of oranges as well. And the really sad thing about it all is the loss of translation. And this is one thing I learned from this Umrah trip. We need to learn Arabic. If you're going to travel to the land of the Sahaba and the Rasulullah and all of this, you need to know Arabic. Because we could have had an experience with a sheikh who writes books and all that. And we looked at him like he was some kind of recruiter. To be honest with you, we were like, what's going on here? And he was a big sheikh, and we completely disrespected him. And so it was funny.
One of the best biryanis ever as well.
Oh, the food is another level. But I have to admit, when they were pouring the water out, I wasn't drinking the water. I was watching them, giving it to their guys as well. Or just our guys are giving the water. This is the paranoid nature that we've got in our minds at that point. So Jordan's forever known now as Abu Burtagal.
Oh man, now that you've mentioned that publicly, I'm going to be worried. Everyone's going to be calling him that from today onwards. You've got to pick it out of the back, So, Brother Jordan, I think on your birth certificate, change your name, inshallah, because the brothers here have christened you technically with a new name. Brother Darren, I'm seeing a lot of live stream comments here, and people are asking, are you Harry Potter? Because you're in a closet under the stairs. They are concerned, have you got in trouble? Are you in the doghouse? Because Brother Jordan has been asking people the same question. He's there busy away on the live stream chat. So, Brother Darren, can you please...
Ijaz, there are no mirrors in your house.
What do you mean, I don't know? I'm in a wide room.
Talking about Harry Potter.
You're killing me here, Brother Darren. It's good that you're killing me because we don't have a doctor with us. Should anything happen? It's almost as if this was planned, was it? No. Dr. Imran, please, can you please provide some background? I got a message on my phone where Brother Darren has asked me about the Valley of the Jinn. What happened today?
No, we need Matt for this one. Is Matt online?
Who's sending that message, Jordan?
I don't want to say who sent it, but they're asking me for Dr. Imran to explain that story.
Well, for that very, very important question.
Don't ruin that tourist trade.
I think the best person to explain that would be Matt, because he's the one who actually knows all about it.
Yeah, I think he's dropped off.
He's left. He's left because he knew that this question would come up.
He was probably crying too much from laughter.
Very strategic thinker, I can tell you that right now. So, Dr. Imran, the people have been asking questions in the live chat, and they wanted to know, in your experience as a doctor, you have to see people that have experienced a lot of trauma, a lot of difficulties in their life. And in your experience as a medical doctor, and now having gone on this Umrah trip with these brothers, have you seen these brothers, recover from any negative life experiences that they've had, where you see as if they have undergone a transformation, where you see them become the people that they need to be as mature Muslims in their current adult lives?
Masha, that's an absolutely beautiful question. And I think the answer to that question really is absolutely. I think there are very there are very few things that can have an impact on you in terms of your perception of the negative experiences that you've had. And one of them is actually unburdening yourself in front of your Creator on a regular basis. Because ultimately, Allah is the one we turn to. He is the one who is our, who we turn to for help. He is the one who helps us in our times of need. And when you're in the Haramain and you're in your sujood, and you can feel that closeness to Allah. The khushu is very strong there, mashallah. All of the worries that you hold and all the burdens that you hold, automatically your tears that are falling, asking Allah for the help in whatever matter you're dealing with, they seem to fall the heaviest there and seem to have the most impact. And with them, you feel the draining off from you of all the negativity and all of the worry and the distractions in your mind from whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. One thing I noticed amongst the brothers specifically is there was a sense of lightness about them, mashallah. So initially when you were going to pray, there was this, as I mentioned, this apprehension. But the more and more that we were going and we were praying, I could sense a very lightness amongst the brothers, in the sense that they became very relaxed and carefree. We literally had met for the first time in a real way, as Brother Hamza was explaining, and we became very, very close in a very short time. And there was not very much any signs of sort of difficulty. So we were very, very relaxed with each other, and I could see them becoming lighter and lighter. And in fact, just before we left to come back to the UK, excuse me, we were actually talking about how already we were missing, mashallah, being in the Haramain and being in Mecca and Medina and being near the Harams. It was already like we were saddened by that. So definitely we see these experiences. Time, of course, is a healer, but the connection with Allah, this is the thing that will really take away any perceptions that you have of experiences you've had. I mean, there's a very famous hadith, I'll very quickly paraphrase it, that of all the suffering that you may have had in your life, when Allah takes that person and He dips them into paradise, they will say that they've never heard of any suffering, never experienced any suffering. And vice versa, all of the luxuries and ostentatiousness that you may have had in your life, when you're put for a moment into the hellfire, you will never even remember or having ever remembered having any pleasure in your life. And that was really, we noticed that, because when you're praying on the Roda, we're told we're praying in paradise. You could see this effect, mashallah, upon the brothers. May Allah keep us all upon the deen and guide everyone.
Ameen.
See, and Dr. Imran, the reason, just so the viewers understand this, I know Dr. Imran very well. I know the nature of his occupation, and so he's the best person to ask about, the observations he has made about the other brothers in the group, because he's a senior member of the group, and he has a personal and deep connection with each and every person that went to Umrah. And I know that he has a vested interest in them. He wants to see them become the best people that they can be. And I know for certain that when a number of them were apprehensive about going on the Umrah trip, he sat and he spoke with them. And I know that almost each and every one of them had good words of encouragement from you. And even though you were not here at the start of the live stream, a lot of them spoke very highly of you. And I can testify before Allah that exactly what they said about you is the truth. And you are a sincere, loving, and very caring person. And I was very happy to see that you went along with these brothers at the EFDawah team. You guys did a fantastic job. I must also express my appreciation to Brother Darren, who I think he's now Ibn Portugal. I think that's his new name now, because he's stuffing his face with those oranges. Brother Anis, are you here, inshallah? Brother Anis has gone missing, but I need to ask him some questions. I will wait for him to return. In the meantime, Brother Chris, can you hear me?
Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Brother Chris. So we haven't had the opportunity to return to you now. We have 20 minutes left on the live stream. You've heard the brothers speak about their story. I've seen you typing away on WhatsApp. Brother Chris, has this live stream brought back any new emotions to you that you experienced on the Umrah trip?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's great to all be back back. It feels like we're back all together in one place. It's one thing that I do miss is the togetherness that we had and growing relationships.
And these relationships are still growing. It hasn't stopped merely because you went on one Umrah trip and that's it. The Umrah trip was the catalyst, you can say, to develop deeper relationships with the brothers here. And as you are aware, I just have one question for you. When Brother Darren Hamza Mayat was first creating the EFDawah channel, you may not know this, but EFDawah actually stands for Ijaz's Fantastic Dawah. And
Yeah.
And I told Brother Hamza, mashallah, that's a wonderful name for the channel. But we realized as the channel grew that Ijaz's Fantastic Dawah, it may not get enough subscribers. So later on, we took the advice of Dr. Imran and we changed it to Iman Foundation. And this is the core message I want to send home to the viewers, that what brings these brothers together is not the YouTube channel, it's not the individual people here, but it's Islam. It's this religion, this deen, this path that the Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, that the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, that all of the prophets have followed. And this is what unites all of us. Yes, we may talk about football and we may joke about our time with each other, but at the end of the day, it's Islam, it's Allah that we worship, it's Islam that brings us together, and His deen, Allah's deen, that brings us all together. We are here solely for Him. It's not for the views, it's not for the likes, it's not for the comments, but we appreciate those views, likes, and comments because you help us with our dawah. Alhamdulillah. Brother Anis, I see that you are back, and I have an important question for you. The question is, you had to sit there and not only record the experience, but you also had to edit it. You had to craft the narrative, storyline. You had to upload it day after day. If you can please unmute yourself and please let us know, what were your emotions like while having to edit and watch these old clips of the brothers? What was like that for you?
Assalamu alaikum. You hear me?
Alaikum.
Yeah. To be honest, I was really stressed, especially when it came to because I had a plan. I thought I'm going to do one day at a time, and we just couldn't get around to it because the days were going so fast. We were having minimal sleep, 3-4 hours sleep, and before you knew it, the day started again, and it was the same routine: breakfast, fajr, breakfast, have a little sleep, wake up, Zohar time, and the days were just going really quickly. So I had a lot of catching up to do, and most of the catching up I did when we got home. I think I only managed to release one episode while we were actually there. So apologies from my side.
I don't
Because I
really
think some of the
apologize, brother.
because I'm pretty sure some of the viewers were pretty eager to see what we were up to while we were there, and I don't blame them. But alhamdulillah, we managed to get videos out eventually.
But you were the one editing these videos. You were the one that had to, remember what you did on specific days to put it all into a storyline that people can understand. I understand there was a lot of pressure on you because the demand for people wanting to see what was the trip like, what were the brothers doing. They have a vested interest in every single thing that you guys did. But I'm just asking about you as the editor for the videos. As you were watching these clips back, what kind of emotions did that bring back for you?
Emotional to watch it all back, because at the time when you're filming, sometimes you don't realize what's in front of the camera. It's when you watch it back and you realize, wow, we was here, we was doing this together, we was in Salah together in the Prophet's Masjid, in the same row. You know what I mean? We was doing tawaf around the Kaaba, and just to be together, to have breakfast together, to wake up together, to go for Fajr together, to do all the salahs together and visit even the sacred historical places like Uhud, different museums, Mount Jabal Nur. So the whole experience, So yeah, Alhamdulillah, it's a blessing to be able to be involved in something like this, and especially to be around special brothers like we have on this panel.
Alhamdulillah. One of the things I wanted to ask as well is that you edited these videos, you uploaded them, and the response has been immense. Yes, I get that there was a lot of pressure on you to get the videos out, but I think the quality of the videos, subhanAllah, people were taken aback. The initial impressions were like, subhanAllah, how did Brother Anis get this done? Not just efficiently, but at such a high level of quality. Would you recommend people continue to watch these videos and share these videos?
Yeah, most definitely. Of course, the main objective to have this on camera was to encourage other people to go and visit holy places, Mecca, Medina, whether it's for Umrah or for Hajj. Alhamdulillah, I was blessed to go for Hajj in 2018, last year. And my dua before leaving Hajj was to Allah, I made my dua, please bring me back to this place.
Subhanallah.
And within the space of 6 months, Allah brought me back, and it's an invitation from Allah, because it wasn't easy preparing for this. It was pretty last minute thing. I think within 2 weeks we managed to arrange all our visas, tickets, get consent from the brothers. And a special thanks to Brother Sohail, who was our travel agent.
Would this be Brother Sohail from Newcastle?
No, he's from our area, Good Maze area. He runs a travel agency, so he arranged all of that for us. And then a massive thank you to all the viewers who donated. We managed to raise the money within such a short space of time. So really generous donations from the brothers and sisters. MashaAllah. May Allah accept the donations. The reward is there for them.
Yeah, and like we said to them, just by making these videos and giving towards the Umrah experience, you're not only getting rewarded for the brothers having done their Umrah, but every salah that they did, every ayah of the Quran that they recited, every step that they took in these blessed places, you get the reward for. You at home on your chair right now, or in a closet like Darren is, you get a reward for everything that's happened.
MashaAllah.
And guys, I want you to remember, I remember when the video came out, and Brother Darren was, requesting donations. You can see that he was quite serious about it. He wanted this experience for the brothers. While I was there in London, he was telling me he really wanted the brothers to experience this, because it's one thing to accept Islam. It's one thing to say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's one thing to take the Shahada, but to actually visit these places transforms you. And that's the thing I think that Brother Vince also conveyed. He came all the way from America, had to fly to London, and it's not an easy flight. And then he has to meet these people for the first time, and then fly to a third new country with them. So he has to visit 2 new countries, go to a place at a language he doesn't actually speak. I think he actually does speak the language. Vince was the one. So he had to struggle to get these things done. And that goes to show you the sincerity, the intention, the goodwill that these brothers have. Subhanallah, Brother Anis was talking about the pressure to edit the videos. I can tell you, being friends with Brother Darren, the amount of pressure he gave me for the live stream. Subhanallah, I don't know how I'm even surviving. I told Brother Darren, we have to delay the live stream. He says, why? I said, Brother Darren, I'm sick. He says, Brother Ijaz, I'll send you to the doctor. I'm thinking he's sending me to Dr. John. Instead, I wake up and I see in my mailbox a Dr. I mean, the thinking that goes on here, subhanAllah, I'm not sure what goes on. But Brother Darren, I have to say, I sincerely love you. Brother Anis, thank you for the fantastic work that you did. We have 9 minutes left on this live stream. I know the brothers have something to say. So if any of you want to convey a specific message, now is the time. Please unmute yourself and say what you have to say, inshallah. Let's see who's going to be the first one.
I'll just say something about the way it came together, because people thought this wasn't going to happen because we started speaking about it in December last year, and I was saying who was interested in coming, and subhanAllah, everyone thought I'd forgotten about it. And mashallah, from the day that I confirmed we're doing it, within 10 days we were gone. SubhanAllah. The way we booked all the hotels up, and Allahu Akbar, everything was smooth, mashallah. And it was a pleasure doing it for the brothers. And for those brothers, especially all of you guys, the bravery of doing something like this, because most of you just spoke online, you know who each other were. And to actually, subhanAllah, travel that way and do that journey together, I just want to thank you guys for being with me, because I've been a Muslim, subhanAllah, 17 years, 18 this year. I never got invited. Allah didn't invite me, subhanAllah. But when he gave me my invitation, Allahu Akbar, mashallah, I couldn't have gone with a better bunch of brothers. It made my experience, because we covered every emotion there, alhamdulillah. So thanks for plucking up the courage and joining us. And you, Vince, all the way from Philadelphia, man, jumping on that plane, arriving at Gatwick Airport, getting picked up by me, driven to Heathrow Airport, put into a hotel. SubhanAllah, amazing stuff. So, like I said, I'll say it again. Thank you all, you brother, and Dr. Imran for coming, mashallah, because I know it was last minute not coming, can't come, issues coming up. It was really the way you're trying to get everything together, and then subhanAllah, right at the end, it came together. It nearly didn't come together because I was responsible for picking up the passports and the visas, and my missus said to me, "You're not picking up the visas, are you?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" Because they trusted you. I said, "Yeah, I'm just going to go to the mosque, Jummah, pick up the visas, pick up Imam from, my daughter from school, and come home." So I picked up these visas. I went to the coffee shop, picked up a cup of tea before I went to get my daughter from school. Picked my daughter up from school, started to drive home in the car. Where's the visas? I left them in the coffee shop. SubhanAllah. So I Alhamdulillah, they were there. So anyway, just say, but anyway, one more time, thank you, brothers, for joining me for that. Alhamdulillah.
Brothers, so in the comments, very interesting. People are saying that they want you to go to Masjid Al-Aqsa and visit it as well. Just subhanAllah, maybe that.
We did speak about that. We were thinking of doing one itikaf there. Inshallah.
So inshallah, maybe if enough people know about it, it is something that could happen. Because in my heart of hearts, I want to see you brothers reunited again. Because not all of them live in the same town or city. We have brother Vince in a different country. We have brother Chris in a different planet. Subhanallah. I see brother Jordan in the chat as well. He's talking about a loo on a desert. I don't speak British slang, but I think I need to ask about that. So who's going to fill in here?
Jordan, what happened in the desert with the loo?
No. Shall I tell the story, or do you want to tell it?
Yeah, you tell the story, Jordan.
As long as I get to tell the story about the kiss, that's for Jordan.
For what?
After the story, we need to end it, and then that'll be it.
I think this should be for the after party, George.
It was, yeah.
No, go on. You've got to let them know now. What happened?
You've already said it. You've got to tell them now.
So we went to the. I think it was the most popular video we had was when we all went quad biking, which we had a great laugh. Imran was incredible on the quads. I remember when we got there, Isa. We were walking into the desert. I think it was on the way to the quads, and Isa was like, "Ooh, I need a toilet." Obviously, he's in the middle of the desert, and he's wearing a thobe. So obviously he's wearing a thobe right down to the bottom. And someone pointed. He asked about a toilet, and someone pointed him over to. It just looked like a shack with kind of a water thing above. And Isa kind of looked at it and looked a bit. He went white. But anyway, Isa went over. And so he goes in and there's just a hole in the floor and apparently really bad smell. That's how he described it. And he obviously looked at the toilet and how am I actually going? I'm wearing a thobe in the desert. How am I actually going to take a without messing up my phobe and everything. So apparently, I mean, we didn't all see this. This is
no, half an hour later. Half an hour later.
although I do believe, I think
the stream is finishing now.
The people on the other side may have seen this, but Isa had to get completely naked. So Isa had to get completely naked in just to use the toilet, and when he came out, he looked scared as hell. Everyone was his face.
Half an hour later. He come half an hour later. We're like, what happened? He goes, I have to get naked.
I'll elaborate on it.
It
went right through me.
It humbled me. I didn't realise our toilet tissue was loved here in the UK.
SubhanAllah. So, Brother Isa, are you trying to say to the crowd that you had to take the entire thobe off in the desert?
for safety measures, the Jazz. For safety measures. I told him the fob up and it fall down as you. That would have been harder to explain when I come out.
Went in with a brown white thobe, come out with a brown one.
You guys are making me choke here. But Brother Isa, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, man. You know, I'm gonna have to blame this on one person, Jordan. Jordan, yeah. I'm sorry, but you brought it up in the chat, so I just had to mention it. You know, SubhanAllah.
One more story here, Jazz.
Hey, Jazz, I'm very happy you brought it up. Very happy.
Well, I've got one more story for the before we go.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So me and Jordan, we was going on. I was saying to Jordan, "You're going to get the first kiss off a man." And so we're laughing our heads off.
Brothers, is this a PG-13 story?
So we watched it go. After his oranges and stuff like that, this big guy walked up to him, Salaam alaikum, and kissed him. Jordan turned around right on lips. Like, Jordan, I told you you'd win.
Yeah, that did happen.
SubhanAllah, SubhanAllah. Guys, you're making me cry here. I've become Martin. I'm sorry, Martin. I've become you at this point. You know? Oh man, SubhanAllah.
Jazz, I just want to give just say Jazak'Allahu Khairan for every brother that supported me on this journey, because it wasn't easy physically.
Sister El Falahi.
Yeah,
a big thank you to Sister El Falahi in Kuwait.
Yeah.
To all the brothers who supported me as well. It wasn't easy physically. I'm a big guy, and you know, it took a lot out of me, but I did it. But I wouldn't have done it without the people that was surrounded around me, because they actually. I was quite nervous at first because I thought and stuff like that, but they all supported me in this the Mount Safar and the around the Kaaba.
Bro, you were winning the races at that point.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for you guys giving me that support. So Jazak'Allahu Khairan for EFDawah for giving me this opportunity, because it's not an opportunity that comes up, and Jazak'Allahu Khairan for all the people who donated to us. And
I think the comments as well, the people that have liked and shared the videos, you know, they also appreciate you. They see that, yes, you had some struggles on Umrah, but they also see that you triumphed. You know, and that's what these videos demonstrate, that with the right intention, with the right company, almost anything can be achieved, subhanAllah. And that's why EFDawah is the #1 Dawah channel in the UK, possibly in the world, you know. We even have Brother Nav from SC Dawah in the live stream with us as well. Assalamu alaikum to Brother Nav. You know, all the brothers here, I have to be honest, I met most of you in November and December of last year. And each and every one of you are genuine, good, sincere people. And for the people at home wondering, you know what, should I support EFDawah? I strongly suggest that you continue to do so. You will not find a better group of brothers than the brothers on camera right now. Even if, and I say this, even if they're stuck in a broom closet under the stairs. You know, Brother Darwin, we all love you, but gotta find a better place next time for the stream, inshallah, you know.
Hey, Jazz, can I just add one thing? Sorry, bro.
Sure, go right ahead.
I just, from a personal perspective, when I was making dua at Mecca, some of my duas came true whilst I was there. I know a couple of the other brothers on this feed that had exactly the same experience, and we all. I'm not just saying this just because we're on camera. We all made dua for the people who donated, and inshallah, all their prayers come true as well, because it was such an amazing experience. And Jazak'Allahu Khairan to every single person again. I'm going to go.
Brother Anis, that I have you here. I see that Brother Vince is demonstrating his EFDawah t-shirt. The last time I think the channel was planning to release some shirts and sweaters. What's the status with that? The people at home want to know, they're demanding it. Please tell us, inshallah. Will we be getting those shirts to put?
Talk to me?
Yeah, you are the only one here, I assume. Will we be getting those EFDawah t-shirts and sweaters to purchase, inshallah?
Yeah, inshallah. Yeah, it's a big plan for us, inshallah, this summer. Maybe after Ramadan we'll put it in action. We were talking about it today, to be honest. We thought it would have been a nice Eid gift, but it is where it is now. But no, inshallah, we do plan to do that after Ramadan, inshallah.
Inshallah. So, brothers and sisters, thank you for tuning into this live stream. Brother Jordan, can you let us know the name of your YouTube channel so that they can join you afterwards for the after show?
Yeah, so I'm Jordan M with it, and it's just a black dot. There's not my face, but you can click on my name, I think, on my comments, and you can come and see. There's a few stories we can still tell on there, but Ijas, you've done a great job. So Jazak'Allahu Khairan for you.
Yeah, fantastic, bro.
Jazak'Allahu Khairan. Brother Ijas, nice to see you. Nice to see him.
Thank you.
Also, I've been missing in action because Brother Darwin has been behind me, giving me extra work every day. He's the number one source of stress I have right now, but I sincerely love that brother.
Mashallah, you're looking well though, Brother Ijas, mashallah.
Thank you.
Looking well.
Yeah, I've been getting beard tips from Brother Martin, so you know I've just been running with it. Alhamdulillah. So, brothers, this is the end of our live stream, but you can join us on the Brother Jordan's channel, Jordan M. You can find the link in the live chat right now. And from me and the EFDawah team, the Iman Foundation Dawah team, thank you for your support. Thank you for your donations. And more importantly, thank you for your tours for all of us. May Allah reward all of you and may He unite us upon the Hak of Islam. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.
Ameen.
Ameen.